What's up, guys? It's Paladin Null, and I may be an hour late, but we are back with more Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening for the Switch. And I am so excited. This game is very much fun. Why does it sound like my microphone is like not... There we go. It was not angled correctly. It is now angled correctly. And I did not have... Okay, there we go. My mix was a little bit off. There we go. I'm enjoying this game a lot. Even just coming back to it, like I know the game because like I just played it, but seeing it in full glorious HD is just so good. This is actually the ultimate setup, aside from the fact that I no longer have the speed boost from the power up. But I've got the power up from my I have the power up from my armor and the defense up from the buff. I want to say that there's a seashell around here. I thought there was. I know that there was a seashell next to an owl statue at some point during this game. I just don't remember where. Man, the fact that this game just plays like an actual Legend of Zelda game, like, and I don't have to swap out, it is what this game always needed. The fact that the run button is on, like an actual button, and not like a, hey, go ahead and re-equip the Pegasus boots, which allow you to run. Oh, there's a bomb spot up here. And that is a key spot. And I think I have to use the ruins keys from both of the ruins to activate that thing. I'm good. I got my fairy. Wait, could I have... No, I've got 2 bottled fairies already. Wasted 3 rounds. The menus are also just so much snappier than the old games. Oh, that's right. I got a key from that last thing, so I can open this up now. You know, you can almost do this dungeon out of order. The face shrine. Oh, the motherfucker. Okay. Okay, is this dungeon. The difference is... Oh, wait, are these guys not hurt by that? Do I have to hit them with bombs? Yeah, I think I have to hit these guys with bombs. Well, this is gonna be, you know, a whole ordeal. I think I've got a lot of bombs. Right, guys? Oh, this is where I get the Titan's Mitt. Or this game's version of the Titan's Mitt. Basically, I think they just call it the level 2 power bracelet. Oh, sweet, you can have over 1,000 rupees in this one. I don't know what you need to buy that's over 1,000 rupees. Because I suppose by this point you really should have, by this point you probably are supposed to have, oh, it's this puzzle. This looks so much more menacing when it's in full 3D. And yet it is significantly easier to deal with because I can just sit here in the corner and slash. Oh. Right, I can't lift these guys yet. I don't have a key yet, so... Back the way we came. So we can slide back through, no problem, but it's sliding through in the first place that is apparently difficult, or it's impacting on the surfaces is something that it can do, but... So what I need to do is I need to go back into the Wizrobe room, not bother with the Wizrobes, go into the Moldorm room, and see what I can explore up this way. Oh, I forgot. This is the one. This is the place that has the flip switches. Ah, this dungeon was the worst. I remember hating this dungeon. Just well and truly disliking this dungeon a lot. Because I would constantly end up in the wrong spots. Admittedly, I bet having a map, like an actual true to life map, is going to help. Timing on that's impossible. I'm gonna have to come back here with the level swapped. Boop. I have a feeling I'm supposed to be doing this with arrows because they keep giving me like arrows everywhere, and also like technically this is supposed to be like the arrow dungeon. But I actually had more bombs for the longest time at least, so it made more sense for me to do it with bombs. That's the dungeon map. Oh, I forgot how fucking big this dungeon was. It's okay. I'll be fine. I need access to those pots. They also made this infinitely more, like, understandable by when this door drops, but it's got the fucking pot symbol on it that you're supposed to throw a pot on it to get it to open. Small key? Nope. Compass. I need a fucking small key. It does not help me as much as you think it might. This game would have been a good 3DS game. Just saying. Why was I facing down? Why the fuck was I facing down? Alright, hold on. I got a situation to handle here first. Yeah, it costs me too many arrows to do it that way. It may be faster, but I have infinitely more bombs and time. Yay, finally, a fucking small key. Was it that hard? I do like the way that they've done screen transitions. It feels a lot smoother than it used to. Or like, it feels a lot smoother than in the, like, original games. Where screen transition in the original game was, like, obviously it was hard edge after hard edge. This does what it can to establish, like, actual conjoining rooms by having that, like, the vignetting on the walls. Ow. Purpose of being able to come, being able to come up here means being able to jump back down right here if you accidentally get yourself trapped on the other side of the wall. And the bird beak. All of the useless items out of the way. Useless is not the right word, but simultaneously not very useful items out of the way. Fuck, that's not what I wanted to do. Maybe this motherfucker attacked. Wrong button. Totally a use of my piece of power. I guess another use for having a bunch of rupees is if I was playing in hero mode, I could buy hearts from the shop. That would be a use for rupees. Oh, I just fucking realized this is a bomb wall. Boop. I don't think I can do anything in this room right now, but... Oh, and there's a way down, though. I don't have to do anything in this room. Whoa, those are some big bubbles. Okay, so I can't block those things and I can't hit them, so I just have to avoid them. Oh, motherfucker. Okay. Say no! You're not supposed to be able to come over here. This is a, this is a two-screen thing. Ow. Well, I kind of played myself here. Go all the way back. So I have to deactivate the orange. There we go. Now back to where we were. No. Nope. Jump those fools. Don't let them hit you. There we go. Nope. Bomb. Yoink. You're dead. Yoink that rupee. Alright, this is where I get the fucking Titans bit, right? Yes, power bracelet level 2. A more powerful bracelet. Okay, so there's the power bracelet and the more powerful bracelet. I could lift this pot normally, no problem, right? And now I can lift statues. Strong boy, yes. Hey, Shelton. A shit ton of rupees. Ha! This game is great. This is an absolute must-have on the Switch, in my opinion. Now, granted, my opinion is biased, because I really like this game, and it was the first game I ever owned. So, with that grain of salt understood, I still think that you should buy this game. If you own a Switch, you should own this game. Oh, motherfucker. There's 4 of them. All right, here we go. Oh, this is the worst. I fucking hate this. I just need to do one at a time. Half of this entire room is just figuring out where you can stand without dying. I desperately need this room in a dungeon maker. Like, this is one of the rooms that needs to get added to the dungeon maker. It won't, but this is one of the rooms that needs to be. Plan on getting a Switch Lite when you can. There's something in this room. I wonder what it could be. I don't see how this is worse than 4 Flame Skulls who roll higher initiative than you. Man, that was a fun dungeon, though. That was... For something that I was literally like, oh man, I don't have the next little side arc ready before you guys head onto the main arc. I better stall. That was all that was, by the way. That was literally just a stalling move. There was no like rhyme or reason to what I did there. That was just for me to stall. Can I jump it? Yeah. Later, son. You got dodged, buddy. Secret medicine. Oh shit, it's the secret medicine. The secret medicine is an item you get, and it basically just gets you 1 free revive. I thought they replaced that when they introduced fairies. Oh, it was. I had a ton of fun problem solving and looking badass leaping across pits. I just love the little, like, first off, so, Shelton, you've never seen the original of this game, so you probably don't know too much about it. Oh, this one's actually kind of adorable. This is kind of an adorable remake of an enemy. I've seen bits and pieces. But, so in the original game, the most frustrating thing in the entire world that made the game unfun to play, and the reason why a lot of people actually cite it as one of the weakest Zelda games in the series, is the simple fact that you cannot that seems like something that should have been like obvious, and yet it just kind of happened. But the most annoying problem in the original Switch, or in the original non-Switch release of this game, was that, ooh, and I have exactly one small key. Later. Somehow I have not used my one small key yet, which has allowed me to get this far. Okay, so they've actually changed this a little bit. Or have they? Oh shit! Oh shit! They move like fucking night pieces. This was so ill conveyed in the original version of the game. They move like fucking night pieces. Oh, this is great. Watch this. I don't even have to do this. But the fact that you had to bind every weapon in the game to a button at some point. Pulling up Borderlands on your PC. Understandable. I know you're very excited to play that game. It might be a bit before I can afford that game, but I do plan on buying it eventually. The overarching understanding of this game is that everything dies to bomb, including these assholes. The fact that I can hold bombs indefinitely is just so good. I want you to open your mouth. Fuck. Eat the bomb. Aha! They have to eat bombs 3 times to die. They're Dodongos. Well, they're Dodongo blobs. No, there we go. Boom. You just fucking pop. 3 is infinitely better at keeping your attention than 2 was. I've got a lot of hours in 2, but my opinion as far as that 3 is much better than 2. See, watch this. So he's gonna stop and he's gonna probably turn my way. Nope, never mind, he's not. But luckily I know that he's probably gonna go there. This is actually easier to do if you're not throwing the bombs. How did he not? Yo, got him that time. But now that I don't have to attach items to specific slots, I can, yeah, like I can run whenever I want. I can attack whenever I want. I can always block, and I can always lift items, which are four things that are very, very tantamount to being able to play this game effectively. The problem was that 9 times out of 10, you had to pair 2 of those 4 things, along with being able to jump, being able to place bombs, being able to shoot arrows. Shelton says hello.
Hi.
Being able to use any of these items alongside having to use the boots, the sword, the shield, the power bracelet. Those were another 4 items that you then had to choose between along with these guys. Now I can just run around with my feather on at all times, allowing me to jump. I can always swing, I can always block, I can always dash, and I can always lift items up. And then I have a situational item right now. Right now I have bombs on, but like I might choose to have the arrow on. I typically have one utility, one what's it called?
more buttons now, and the original controller didn't have that button.
Absolutely, that is exactly the reason why. So the original controller only had 2 face buttons because it was a Game Boy. So it had A, B, start, select, but start and select weren't used because it's a fucking game, because they were like start, pause the game, and select pulled up your map. There was no L, there was no R, and so you basically just had, they wanted to basically find out if they could add all the things that a Zelda game was supposed to have, because it was the first handheld Zelda game. They wanted to know if they could add all the things that a Zelda game was supposed to have on a controller that only had, you know, half the buttons of a Super Nintendo, which was the game to compare it to at the time. And lo and behold, it works.
Nice.
All right. How do I get... Oh, I can't get back there that way. I have to go through the underground, which is back up this way. Yeah, now that the buttons are not, like, either confused or I'm not constantly spending every 30 seconds in a pause menu just to switch out, like... I think the worst representation of that is there's this one part as you're trying to get on top of Death Mountain, or Tall Tall Heights in this game. There's a section where when you're trying to get up towards the beginning of Tall Tall Heights, you go through the motions to get through Tall Tall Heights. Like, you go through the motions to get through Tall Tall Heights. And in order to do so, you have to enter the menu, I think, 5 times. Just to get through, what, like 3 screens on Tall Tall Heights, you have to enter the menu 5 times. That's the way to the nightmare, so I don't even have to go that way right now. I just have to go this way. So understandably, like, it was not a fun way to play the game. Now that that's not a thing, you don't have to go into the menu at all to get through Tall Tall Heights. If you have the right items equipped, you can get through Tall Tall Heights without having to miss a screen. What happened? Spilled a beer on the floor? Aw. That's a perfectly good waste of beer. Or that is a waste of perfectly good beer, I should say. These pieces make so much more sense now. Oh, I think I'm supposed to do this. Okay, I see what I'm supposed to do. If I do that, then I can take this guy from the top here. Come on, that was supposed to be it. That's the only way that I can see. Well, I could probably get it in there. Hold on. I could probably easily get this guy in that one. And I just need to take this one up here, I guess? No, I can't do that. He always wants to go that way. Huh? Aww.
It's pitiful. This much.
And you're dripping on my keyboard.
Oh,
I have heard a lot of opinions that people are not the biggest, like, well, I have heard from a bunch of video game reviewers that they did not like Borderlands 2 that much, or Borderlands 3 that much, and they enjoyed Borderlands 2. But simultaneously, I've also heard that if you were expecting more of the same game, and you were okay with that, that the game is going to be better because it has because it is generally more focused. However, some people were a bit annoyed that the game didn't do much to improve itself. Which, honestly speaking, like, yes, there could have probably been better improvements. From what I understand, it's kind of annoying. Like, yes, you can change your chosen mission on the fly in Borderlands 3, but being able to change your mission on the fly in Borderlands 3 does not actually make it fun to do so. I have like 800 hours of Borderlands 2. The game greatly improved the story, the characters, the loot, and the mechanics of gunplay. I mean, I trust you. I'm not saying that that's not the case. I'm saying that there are a lot of people saying that it still feels like a game that could have come out maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, as far as everything goes. But once again, I haven't played it yet, so I'm not going to judge, because I also just really liked Borderlands 1 and 2. And those people, you know, and everybody is entitled to their own opinion, even if it doesn't agree with, even if they don't agree with what I think. And in this case, I think that Borderlands 2 was a good game, and Borderlands 1 was a good game, and that I'll probably still pick up Borderlands 3 and enjoy it. I just do not have the money for it right now, nor do I necessarily want to purchase it on the Epic Game Store. I might wait until until a Switch release comes out, because they've only got a timed exclusivity for the Epic Game Store version. One up this way. Right, I have to change it first. Yeah, until April. I mean, I can probably wait till April. I'm gonna be pretty light on money for a while anyway, so that doesn't actually bother me. That's the thing, is like, I was also not clamoring for Borderlands 3, so like it kind of just sort of came out, in my opinion. Like, I was not paying attention to its release. So I'll pick it up when it hits Steam in April. I'm not too worried about missing out on anything. I still plan on playing it, and I'm sure if it is as good as you're saying it is, then surely we'll be able to play it together without you being too burnt out on it. Considering I didn't really finish Borderlands 2 until years after that game came out. That's what I need. I can't remember if this is what I need or not. This is what I need. I just need to get into this room. You want to go down, which means I can take you. Oh, they both want to go down. Don't take my word for it. I know 2 other people from 2 separate friend groups who both told me the game's ending made them cry. And why did I hear so many stories about the game being not good? Like, I've heard from a lot of different places that people were pretty lukewarm on it. I mean, once again, like I said, opinions, but simultaneously, like, that's a pretty heavy differing opinion. I can do that just fine. There we go. But what does this lead to? Oh, right. I remember this. It's a secret seashell. For bothering to come out here. And then I need to make my way back to the very beginning. Because now that I have... Was that a small key that I got? It was not a small key that I got. It was rupees. Then where the fuck is this last small key? Because I can't get back there without another... Oh, you know what? It's probably somewhere closer towards the actual nightmare room. Like, I haven't even bothered going that way because I was like, and that's where the nightmare key is. Or that's where the nightmare dungeon is, so I don't need to go there. I'm not sure, honestly. Maybe they are mad Gearbox sold out to Epic and just didn't want to like it to begin with. I mean, they're all playing on PlayStation. Obviously, I'm biased to one side, as stated above, 800 plus hours in 2 and another 200 in the first game. I may have more than a few biases myself. I mean, it's also, like, it's reviewers. Reviewers are going to have, like, they spend so much time with so many games that a game that is more of a game that they probably were, like, okay on the first time around, I bet they were just hoping for more. When in reality, like, there doesn't really need to be more, but I bet somebody was just like, yeah, but, like, I wanted more in my game. Basically, like, hoping or begging for something that they probably shouldn't have cared that much about. That's my thoughts on it, is maybe that's, maybe there were some, unnecessary, not biases, but, like, unnecessary expectations for that game that, were not met because, as previously stated, they were a bit unnecessary and hard to match. Right, I played myself. Well, before I play myself, let me check something. Where does this lead out? This does not even lead out where I need it to. This is the wrong way. This was where I got the power, the more powerful bracelet. I love the clinking of armor that Link has going on, like, because he's just wearing a tunic, so in reality, like, the only clinking is coming from his sword and shield. How do I get to the... Okay. Nope, not bothering. Can I blow that up? Or maybe just all of the enemies hadn't spawned yet because I hadn't made my way over to this side of the room. Yep, that's what it was. I did not need to throw myself into the pit. I could have just done that. There's a Beamos down there. Dodging like a mofo. Ow. That's the nightmare key door. So then where's the other small key? I've collected every chest in this dungeon besides that one up there. And I can't get to that one without the small key. Where is there a key that I am missing? Like, I'm one small key short from being able to complete this dungeon, because that chest up there is most assuredly the, that key up there is most assuredly the nightmare dungeon, the nightmare boss key. But there was no small key in here either. I lost so much health trying to do that. Oh, I'm dumb. I literally have not waited for this entire tile room. I bet when all the tiles are done here, that blue tile to the left spawns a small key. Yep, that was it. Alright, so with that small key, I can head back to the other room, which I can access by going this way. Is this correct? No, this is not correct. This is correct. Going down here, going past the Thwimps. Which, yes, that is their names. Little baby Thwomps are called Thwimps, and it's pretty great. Then from here, I go down and to the left. I hook shot across the door, or across the gorge. Use the last small key in this dungeon on that block. And from here, I'm able to get to the nightmare boss. What does this guy say? To open a treasure chest, use the pots around it. Oh, right. I forgot you had to do that. Now that I have the nightmare key, let's go finish the dungeon. Dungeon. Okay, I'm right there. The final bit of the dungeon is just through here. Deal with that. Nope. Not dealing with any of it. Let's go. Alright, final boss. In this room. Oh, right, it's just a face on the floor. Hey, dummy, need a hint? My weak point is... Whoops, there I go, talking too much again. Facade. bombs? It is bombs. I think it's one more hit. Oh, not quite done yet. Oh, he's opening up 2 at a time now. Okay, listen up. If the windfish wakes up, everything on this island will be gone forever. And I do mean everything. Heart container. We got the electric triangle. We got the coral triangle. You know what we haven't done? We haven't taken the instruments that we have to Tall Tall Heights yet. Mountain. Something calls from the mountain. I don't think it's Twin Rock yet. I think it's the tower next, right? And then Twin Rock is last. Or Turtle Rock, sorry. Hoot. The many monsters of the island hear that the windfish is about to awaken. The monsters' power is real. They may conquer the island and destroy their foes. That day may come soon. Now, go to the mountain tower. Fly like a bird. Hoot, hoot. Oh, we're nearby the seashell house. I kind of like how adorable the, oh fuck, I never got the seashell next to the seashell house. I kind of like how adorable even the moblins are. Let's see here. Where am I looking seashell-wise? No response. Must not have enough seashells. How many seashells do I have? Got 9. I need 20, I think, to get the final upgrade. Unless they increased the total. I'm also missing a bunch of other, like, collectibles, apparently, because that looks like this entire line should be collectibles. That I just haven't collected. Oh, that's right. We should probably... I think we have to do the sign puzzle now, don't we? Now that we have enough items to. There's a couple of things we can do now, if I remember correctly. Here's one area that we couldn't travel before. And just like that, we have now entered the sign maze. Go this way. Go this way. This is such an easier thing when it's all one gigantic overworld. Go this way. Go this way. way. Go this way. I fucking hate this puzzle. It's fine enough, but this is a dumb puzzle. This was like padding at its finest of like, hey, we can set triggers and have arrows and things point in directions to tell people where to go. And it's very specific because it's always based off of you talking to the sign beneath it. Great, you did it. Your reward is this way. That's all it is. It's just a dumb puzzle. But it's kind of adorable. Like, it's just a bunch of signs in a single location and you have to do them in a certain order. And each sign tells you, hey look, it's this guy. Ribbit, ribbit, I'm Mamu on vocals, but I don't need to tell you that, do I? Everybody knows me. When I hang out and listen to us jam, for 300 rupees, you will let you listen to a previously unreleased cut. What do you say? I'll pay. Let's listen to these guys ribbit. It's still a shitty song, even with a jam and beat like that. You've been wonderful, audience. No encores, croak. But hey, look, we learned the Frog's Song of Soul. It's a very moving tune. It can even liven up unliving things. Play this song, you'll make everything around you feel more alive. This is the third song that you unlock in the game. There's a second song that I still haven't gotten. Like, even now, I still don't have the second song. Hold on, let me see here. Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening songs. It's like a teleport song. How to get the ocarina in all songs in Link's Awakening. Here we go. So get the power bracelet from the Bottle Grotto, from the second dungeon Bottle Grotto. Get the Pegasus boots, go to Mabe Village. Once inside, go to the bed. Use the Pegasus boots, get the ocarina. Play every song. Battle of the Windfish, which we already have. Mano Mambo's song. Mano Mambo sounds silly, but it's incredibly useful, and you should get it ASAP in Link's Awakening, which is ultimately after the Angler's Tunnel, the fourth dungeon, which is where you'll find the Flippers, which let Link swim. Swim to the left of Angler's Tunnel entrance. Okay, I know where I need to be. Excuse me, denizens of the forest, I must teleport. I think this is the closest I can warp right now. I should be able to just run to the side, though, and fall down. Yeah, I can. And there's one more song that you can learn in this game that I just never bothered. Here, this guy. These fish symbols. Literally right next to it. I've never bothered coming into this cave. I'm Mambo, child of the sunfish. Have you got an ocarina? Yes. Ah, then I can teach you my song, bloop. This is straight out of fucking Splatoon. That is absolutely a Splatoon song. When you play my Mambo, you can warp to a warp point around to the warp points around the island. Try this tune in dungeons too. And since today's a special day, I'll let you warp to Mambo's Pond too. Cha cha cha. Oh, so I can just warp to any of the warp points now? Yeah, this is a whole boss. You're absolutely right. That was an absolutely... Hold on, I can play it now in the Ocarina. That is the most useful thing in the entire game. Holy shit, why was this missing for this? Like, why did I never get this song? I can literally warp to any of these... Mambo's Pond. Hold on. Wait, he has a pond? Oh shit! Wait, if that's Mambo's Pond, is this Mambo? This is the lady, is... Wait, who are you? Tracy? Hi there, big guy. I'm Crazy Tracy. Got a little secret for sale that'll pump you up. But I won't sell it to you. Alright. See you later, lady. I don't need your fucking shit. You're gonna do me dirty like that. What am I currently holding for the, what am I currently holding for the trade item? I currently have the pineapple. A token of gratitude from Chef Bear for some honeycomb. Oh. I know who wants the honeycomb. I know who wants this. Warp. I need to warp up to... Actually, Dompe's shack would be the perfect place to warp to. Alright, so this is the point that I was talking about, by the way. That was so annoying. Oh, hey. Oh, wait. Hey, look, this is the Windfish, tower. Ooh, the Windfish sleeps long and dreamy in its egg above. You play the 8 instruments of the sirens in front of the egg, he will awaken. This, my friend, is the only way for you to leave the island. There's the egg. So this is a thing that was in the original game too. Even if you don't have all of the instruments, so like we're missing 2 instruments right now. But if I play the Ballad of the Windfish, my celestial instruments will help me. But it doesn't do anything until you have all the instruments. I just thought that was really cool that they let you do that whenever you want. So. The fucking another owl scene. Hold on. The path is not easy, but you are almost there. Go east! The Windfish is getting restless. So, I'm going to detail, in the best way that I possibly can, what was originally required for you to get through this. So I would have to pause, access, and make sure that I have the bracelet on right now. Lift this rock. Come in here. I would need some way to knock that guy into the ground, so I'm gonna have either my sword or my shield attached, right? Then when I get to this screen, I need at least my sword so that I can crack that rock, so that I can push this. I need my sword to do that. So I've currently not had to change screens yet because I had my sword and my wrist on. The next screen requires me to go to here. Now I can leave out this way, but this is not the actual exit to the zone. This just leads out to this area, which has a treasure chest with some rupees in it. So, at this point, I would need to pause, switch out to my boots, run across boots, stop, and then go from here. Another thing I can do right now, though, is I can do this. Oh, and pausing in the original game took forever. Like, it was not just a quick, like, bop in, bop out, like it is in this game. Like, it took a second for the screen to load. Yeah, generally speaking, loading into another screen was not the easiest thing to do. How do I leave? I actually don't know how to get off of this. Oh, there we go. I was gonna say, one of these has to move, right? So then I get out. And it was only like 1 or 2 pauses to get through the whole thing. But then that gets me here, right? Then I normally want to have... So I've already got my running boots, so I have to run this distance. Then I end up in the water. Which luckily, getting in the water does not require you to change boots. Or change items, but 1 or 2 screen transitions is enough for that to be annoying. Hello. Chickens these days don't have the fighting spirit they used to. The old days, they could fly. Flap, flap. See now? Cluck, cluck. Alright, Luigi. I need to get to the guy that's over here because he wants the pineapple, by the way. There's a guy just down there that needs the pineapple. I just don't remember how to get to him from here. Wait, what? Oh, motherfucker, did I just go to the very beginning? I went to the very beginning. Oh, and another thing, if you accidentally touched those weird balloon things in the other game, it would just tell you, like, oh, something weird happened. And it would just take you, it would, like, the screen would stop, text would show up, and you would have to, like, mash through, like, 5 seconds of text. Every time you accidentally bonked on one of those things. Hello. Pagala got lost, just like he said. Now I'm so famished. I can't. Can you give me some vittles? Yes, a pineapple. These levels bring back childhood memories. Welcome out to the stream, Starlo. By now, this pineapple is so delicious. I'm going to eat it right now. Bon appetit. But take this. It's a hibiscus. I gained a flower. A whole ass flower. I think... I can't remember who wants the flower. Somebody definitely wants the flower. I just can't remember who. By the way, that is the highest sunfish. That sunfish is absolutely, like, high off of his rocker. I want to say it's in Animal Village, but I'm pretty sure I'm wrong. I think at this point I can finish the game? Not finish the game, but like I've gotten all but the final missing item, which is what you get at the end of the trading quest. I want to say I can give the hibiscus to, like, this lady? This could be wrong. Nope. Nah, it's neither of these guys. Somebody wants this flower. I just can't remember who. I think it might be this guy up here, in which case the closest thing would be the pond. Oh, you know what I'm missing in that final slot? It's not the magic boomerang, which is what you get for finishing the trade quest. It's the magic wand, which you get at the end of like the end of the game. Like the fire wand is like the last item you get in the game. This swamp is the worst. Is it this guy? Well, pretty much stick to myself in my letters. My name is Wright. The only thing I like to do about my hobby is that I never receive response. Oh, do I need to go to the goat girl first? Is that what I'm missing? Is I need to go to the goat girl first? By the way, I'd like to point out that the Ocarina existed in Link's Awakening before it became an item in Ocarina of Time. In fact, Malon and Talon from Ocarina of Time are actually nods to Marin and Terran, who are characters in this game. There is somebody in this. I'm fairly confident this person wants a hibiscus. This should be Goat Lady. This is not Goat Lady. This is a rabbit. Goat Lady lives in this village somewhere. I will find her. She's in one of these houses, then. This is not it. There's Goat Lady. Oh, you brought me a hibiscus. She wants me to take this love letter to Mr. Wright. Now I head off to that asshole. He's an asshole because he lives so far away from a warp point. It might actually be faster. Well, the pond is still probably the closest place, but instead of choosing to go through, the swamp, it'll probably be faster to go through the woods. Which means heading out this way, not going up there, going through here. There we go. That was the fast way. You got a letter. It came with a photograph. It's Princess Peach. She's so beautiful. Must give you something for your trouble. You'll have to do with this broom. Yes, I will take the broom. Back to the animal village. Because the next person in the quest is back in the fucking animal village. This entire trading quest takes forever. Admittedly, having the Mambo song is pretty good. The next person in the trading quest is none other than this little old granny. Yahoo, a new broom. Yes, it is for you. In return, I'll give you this fishing hook. We got a fishing hook. And I know where to take the fishing hook as well. I'm so proud of myself. I didn't actually have to look up a guide again for this one. So in the bay, there's that lady, right? But that's not who we want to go to yet. We want to swim down here and go under the here. And there's a fisherman right here. And he wants a fishing hook. We give him that. And he's going to hook probably a scale in this version, just like in the other one. Oh, it's a necklace. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be a necklace in the Game Boy Color version in the US. In the Game Boy version in Japan, it's a fucking bra. He hooks this lady's bra. She gives me the scale. How will you use it? She dives underwater and she goes off. And with this, we now want to head back to the main village, which is just outside of the Uku Prairie. And we want to go down and bomb a wall. There's a wall that I can bomb in the... What is it called? I'm going to blank on it now. But there's a wall that I can definitely bomb. Oh, while we're here, let's go ahead and wake up the rooster. So I can push that now. Now that I've got the stronger gauntlets, I can push that now. And very sad, dead bird. Get all your rips out right now. It's a dead bird. I say get them out now because we're about to bring this bird to life through the power of music. Little did you know that frog actually taught us Dance Macabre. We've got the blue chicken. Wow, the rooster has recovered. He seems very friendly. And he follows me. The blue rooster is an old rooster. And remember what that one man said about chickens of the past. They could fly. Link can raise dead with magic. College of Swords Bard. Link is absolutely a College of Swords Bards. Do you know how many times magic has become a very important thing in the, both magic and killing things with swords and using a bunch of different items and utilities? If the dude is not a College of Swords Bard, I don't know what Link is. That is absolutely what he is. There's no way Link is not a College of Swords Bard. Is that not what I needed? You got the scale. What is the scale used for? That guy in there definitely is the end of the trading quest, but I can't remember what the scale is used for, I guess. I should look into doing the seashells soon, just so I can have a max sword. Like, it won't matter that much, but it'll make the final boss easier. That, and if I have full health, it laser beams like in other Legend of Zelda games. There's nothing new in the item shop, is there? Nah, I can just buy all the regular things. Oh, there's also a chamber stone. For a shit ton of money. Well, it gives you an eerie feeling. But that was the majority of my rupees, but there's literally nothing left to spend money on in this game. I got the bow, I got the shovel, I've gotten everything that you can actually spend rupees on. I assume that is probably something for Dampé. I don't need to be playing that right now. I need to be playing fucking dank-ass Sunfish's song. That Sunfish is entirely high. That's not where I need to go. Where am I trying to go? I was going to pick up something. Remember it. Oh, I was going to Dampé's house because I got the chamber stone. That is not the place I need to go. This is Dampé's house. Zoom. Hey there, company's always welcome. We've been through a lot. Sit down and tell me about it. That's quite the tale. Oh, you got a new chamber stone. Let me see. Let me take that into the chamber for you. Let me make that into a chamber for you real quick. You got some new chambers. Slot them into the dungeon. See what's inside. Arrange. Let's arrange a dungeon. Placing the basics. You always need an entrance and a nightmare's lair. That's the basics rule. That's the basic rule of the dungeon. Some tiles have treasure chests or locked door marked. When you see one of those, you gotta put a chamber on it that has what it wants. So I can make an entrance like right here. I want a nightmare chamber. I'm going to make my nightmare Moldorm. He's gonna be like right here. Let's working back from Moldorm. Let's place some stairs right here. Here's a treasure chest room that has some stairs and a way out the top. Let's do right here. Ooh, this is new. That there. We gotta find some way to link up the original room again. So we're gonna take this room, place it right here. And I want to go straight down a bit. Parts. Has a staircase and a locked door. This has a treasure chest. Put that right there. Fucking hate that boss. Oh, this is a fun shitty room. Let's grab just a single dead end room from one of these right here. skeleton boy room. That's what we'll grab. And then we will do... We'll do one of these right here. Complete that, and that gives me a staircase that leads to there. So I could technically get one more staircase in, and I'll make that staircase... Oh, perfect. I know what I'll do. I will do one of these rooms. This one. Right here. And I'll make it be a room that has a key. That requires a key to get to it. Or through it, rather. I need one that's just a, either a throughput or... I need, like, one of these rooms. I need either this room or one of these rooms, I guess. None of these require a door, though. I guess it has to be a throughput door. Let's take this guy out. Let's take this shitty room out. I really don't like that room. Drew Skeleton Boy. And let's make... We will add in this room, because it's a kind of a cool room. Then this room right here can be... Wait. Go ahead and clear that. What is that? I can't tell what that is. Is that a shit ton of rupees? That's gonna be right there. Do any of these require a key? Damn, I should have figured out what I wanted in this room first. This one requires a key. We're gonna do that. Wait, do any of these require a key? Perfect. This door's better. Get rid of that. Because if you go up to the top, you are rewarded with one of these rooms. And then this will be... Oh, this one has to be a treasure chest room, so we'll do that. And that links up that. I need to be able to link up on this room right here and this room right here do not need to be linked up staircase-wise. I don't know how I can change the staircase connectivity of these dungeons. I do that. Okay, that connects to that staircase now. But why can't I get... There are unconnected chambers. But yeah, but I don't know where else to put a fucking staircase. Let's see here. Can I remove this dungeon room? And instead of just having it there, let's do one of these rooms right here. And we will put another staircase right here. What? How does that... No! Don't link those up. Menu. How do I decide where I want the fucking stairs to link up? It won't let me choose how the stairs are supposed to link up. This kind of sucks. Like, I just wanna change that staircase's connection point. If I remove that entirely, remove that entirely, remove that entirely, those two are currently linked up. That entire thing is not linked up. I'm gonna have to link that up somehow else. I'm gonna turn this into something else as well. This room right here, I'm gonna get changed out with that. And straight down will be the rupee room here. I think that's rupees. I don't know what actually, I don't really know what that is. This room down here will be the only fucking staircase in the entire dungeon. Because it has to be. Because this game doesn't know how to not have one fucking staircase. This room needs to change. It needs to be, ironically enough, I can actually make it this room. Which is perfect, because that makes it require at least one chamber door. And then the other two rooms can be... I have access to all of the bosses that I fought so far. Let's see here. Do I have skeleton boss? No, I can't. I can't make skeleton boss. That guy right there. I can make this though, right there. And then the final room in the dungeon is going to be a link-up room between these two. It has a treasure chest. Wham bam pow. Dungeon complete. Except for this spot right here. I'm going to take this guy and take him out back like old Yeller. And we are instead going to replace him with a different entrance. Mayhap one that does not have a connection point. Just a good old-fashioned entrance. Is there not just, I was gonna say, is there not just a good old-fashioned entrance? There we go. Check. Awesome. Start. Go adventuring. Let's see if my dungeon is even remotely completable. I can't. Oh, motherfucker, I forgot that room had those guys in it. Okay, so this has to have a small key in it, because I can't... Like, I was gonna say, I can't access anything else other than that door right there right now. So now that I have that, I can head up here. Which gives me a treasure chest. With rupees. Oh, motherfucker. Wait, no, that room down there should have its own, it should have its own crystal, right? Yes, it has a crystal. Okay, can I access that crystal from here? by chucking a bomb. Guys? I don't think my dungeon is completable. I don't think my dungeon is completable. Because I don't think I can throw a bomb far enough to hit that 1 rupee. Yeah, I don't think I can actually throw a bomb far enough to hit that, that thing down there. So my dungeon is incompletable because of that. Return to arranging. So I have to make at least 1 room early on. Oh, well, this is perfect. I will remove the old entrance. And I'll make sure the entrance has 1 offshoot from it. So 1 up and 1 to the side. And I'll make the 1 to the side room have a crystal in it. Is that possible? Can I do this? Can I make the magic work? Do this. Is there a straight down that has a crystal, maybe? No, there isn't. Is there any, like, 1 room that has a crystal? Either one of these rooms would work. And this one doesn't have a staircase, so we'll use it. So I need to figure out how to get it to go up. So I need to do... Let's see here. It's going down now, so I need to take one of these rooms. Which, fuck it, we'll use one of these... I don't want to use a floor dungeon room. I will use... this boss, he's fun. Then make it curve up by going into a... this room. And make the end of that room set crystal room. There we go. Now dungeon is completable. Now dungeon is completable. So first things first, let's go activate that. No, I didn't want to do that. Cancel. And then there's this boss fight. You know what? I'm actually not like this is a decent game mode. Like, yeah, no, it's not as fun as if I could, you know, make my own dungeon from scratch. But kind of being forced to, like, I was forced to make a puzzle there because of the light puzzle. Or not the light puzzle, but the crystals. I had to make a puzzle. Now I can take these individual room puzzles and use them in the greater scheme of my dungeon. It's bothering me. There we go. Okay, and I have now swapped I have now swapped the typing over. Ow. I was just trying to get through the door. So that entire corridor's entire basis is getting the dungeon to swap. So once you do that, you go through here. And we get through here. Then you run. And I can now run over here, technically. Because this is swapped. I still have to deal with the fucking Wizrobes. I did this to myself. I knew I would have to fight the Wizrobes again. But I just, you know, I had to include this room in my dungeon. I need arrows. I don't care if it's the wrong way. If this is the wrong way, I don't want to be right. This should be rupees, unless they decide that this is going to be the small key now. Oh, this is rupees. 20 rupees. So the hard part about this room is you have to enter and go in one line. That's also rupees. I guess because now that that doesn't have to be a key room, now that you can actually progress through here, I need to be able to get a key eventually because that's how you... That'll be probably the nightmare key in there because it's the last, like, thing. But that's the nightmare key. Then there's this fight. I was gonna say, oh fuck, do I have any powder? I think they provide you with max of everything whenever you enter a dungeon, so that's whenever you make a dungeon, they give you max of everything. I fucking hate these puzzles. There we go. I put all of this in here, and yet I'm like, I'm cussing myself out so hard. I'm just like, I fucking hate this dungeon. Whoever made this dungeon is a prick. But with impeccable style. I'll give the son of a bitch that rupee room! Rupee room. And they made this room completable now. In its original form, this room is not completable. From one side, you have to be on one side and then the other. They just kind of made it a generic room in this one. A little hallway with some hearts. Old dorm room. fuck, you can lift stunned targets? That's great. And we got the Thwomp Room. Ow. That's a tough one. Oh, this is the nightmare room. Did I ever get a small key? Alright, I must have. I got a small key at some point during the dungeon. I wasn't even paying attention. So I can open the small key door. Kill those three, which unlocks the nightmare key. The nightmare key lets me leave here. Nope. I think the biggest problem I have so far is that aside from like exactly 2 offshoots, my dungeon is incredibly linear. Like most of my branching paths I ended in a single like piece. Well, I tried to make it branching, but it wouldn't let me branch using stairs very easily. Moldorm. Except I've got mega armor, so Moldorm's easy as fuck now. There were times I'd swear you had 1 foot in the grave. A thrill like that deserves something from my collection in exchange. Oh? Watching you down there gave me an idea for a new challenge. Ready whenever you want it. Yeah. So I can... Okay, so he has individual things that I can do. Okay. So he's basically got like this entire like make your own dungeons for fun thing. So there's objectives you have to complete by doing a dungeon. You can do that. If I choose adventure, what is that? Does this just give me a random dungeon? Or do I have to... Okay, I would be able to redo any of the dungeons that I've already done. Admittedly, this dungeon had a lot more rooms in it than this dungeon, but was not nearly as complicated. Like, this dungeon was very compact and had a lot of it interspersed. And it had a required ladder section, which is cool. I think those are like a cool thing to do, is like have you kind of need an underground section. And then I can make Amiibo adventures. But I think that's it for now. I think that's it for now for me playing the game as well. I didn't make it quite 2 hours, but simultaneously I started an hour late because I waited too long to cook, because by the time I got home I was exhausted and I just wanted to lay down and rest for like 5 minutes. And that 5 minutes turned into 30 minutes. But I think that's going to be where I end it tonight. thank you everybody who came out to today's stream. I do plan on inspecting more on this whole, the adventure thing is kind of cool. I kind of want to spend more time with it, honestly. But that's going to be it for now. I've been Paladin Null. This has been Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening for the Switch. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. And as always, see you guys next time. Bye-bye.